Did you know that inside the Colosseum, the roar of the crowd could be deafening? They would cheer, jeer, and stomp, urging the gladiators to fight, to the death perhaps, but outside the arena, in the heart of ancient Rome, there was a different kind of roar, the sound of human ambition. You see, the Roman Empire was a breeding ground, not just for gladiators, but for an entire army of workers, soldiers, and slaves. You see, the powerful elite in Rome believed they could actually engineer people, not for love or family, but for pure raw strength, beauty, and obedience. And they did this by taking men and women, strong and beautiful, and forcing them into unions, into partnerships, so that they could create the perfect generation of workers, soldiers, or gladiators. These enslaved men and women had no say in the matter. They were just pawns in a deadly game of genetic chess. The idea was that the stronger, the better, so they paired up the biggest and the brawniest with the fairest of the lot, hoping their offspring would inherit the best of both worlds, the strength of the father and the skills of the mother. And where did they do this? Everywhere and anywhere. The most infamous were the gladiator schools. It was here that men were turned into beasts of the arena. And now imagine a woman being paraded around like a prized possession, her body not her own, her future not her own. She was nothing more than a vessel, a means to create more vessels for the empire's insatiable needs. For the Romans, it wasn't just about power and control, it was about profit. Every new child meant more labor, more soldiers, more entertainment. But for those trapped in this twisted system, it was a lifetime stolen before it even began. They were born into shackles, condemned to a life of servitude or a brutal death in the arena. It might sound unbelievable, but it's true. This was the dark secret of Rome's breeding program, a hidden chapter in history that tells us as much about our nature as it does about theirs. It reminds us that even in the greatest of empires, the darkest of deeds can thrive. It also reminds us that every victory, every milestone, every triumph has a human cost. And in the case of Rome, the cost was immeasurable. A stolen generation, a lost future, and a legacy built on the backs of the broken.